The good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is, well, it's still NHL 14. NHL 14 is still the best hockey game that you can name. But EA Sports have stepped back onto the ice with NHL 22, and for the first time in a long time, we are hearing some really good feedback for an EA Sports hockey game. We're also hearing about some pretty nasty, game-breaking glitches. So let's not bury the lead here. I think NHL 22 is already a very good game. I think it could be a great game with a little bit of polishing. There are a lot of things to really love about NHL 22 already. The gameplay feels more like the actual sport of hockey than it ever has. They fixed poke checking, they nerfed the cheesy pass across one-timer, and the big new addition of player X factors, which gives certain superstars added boosts, is really satisfying and helps to fix a major problem with the NHL series, being that every player feels the exact same. It's been a problem for even the best EA Sports NHL games in the past, but it's far less of a problem in EA NHL 22. The optimist in me says, hey, you know what? This game is actually pretty good. You can make hockey plays in this game. You can do things like run a cycle and intercept a pass, unless you're playing against the computer on a difficulty higher than semi-pro, lol. Please feel free to yell, "Get good, bro," at me in the comment section below. But the cynic in me says, cool, so they turned the default pass assist down, and they added big hitters and shooters, which they had in NHL 2002. I remember those little emoji things beside your player, so I can definitely see both sides of this coin, but all in all, I think it's a big step forward in the right direction for EA Sports, and for fans of virtual hockey all over the world. However, I haven't run into any major glitches yet. My personal experience might vary wildly from yours. But I'm saying it's good, I'm not saying it's great. There are some issues with the game that, in my opinion, are keeping it from being great. I'm going to talk about the 5 issues that bug me most in this video, but I think all 5 can be fixed with mild to moderate patching. By making a video like this, I hope to do my part. Didn't a famous dude once say something about the shots we don't take or something? I forget, I haven't seen The Office in a while. We're Operation Sports, I'm Matt Ederer, and here are 5 things keeping NHL 22 from being great. Number 5. The player ratings remain questionable. The Day 1 rosters were pretty bad, never mind the missing players. The rookies and the young guns of the AHL and the ECHL will be coming soon. Although one thing that might be worth noting is some gamers reported Ilya Sorokin, New York Islanders goaltender, wasn't on their Day 1 roster. Which, if true, seems like a huge omission to me. He's not even a rookie. He played 22 games last year. Imagine if Daniel Jones just wasn't on Madden. But no matter, Ilya Sorokin's there now. If you're the type of person who gets bothered by the player ratings in NHL, which most fans are, you will continue to be bothered by this game. The ratings are the same as they've always been, somewhere between confusing and frustrating. Wayne Gretzky doesn't even get a 99 overall. 99 doesn't even get the 99. That's objectively absurd. Yes, I know it has to do with how the ratings are calculated and the formula and physicality and whatever. But maybe it's time to change up the formula? No? If the GOAT can't even get a 99 rating, what are we even doing here? Number 4. Create a player's shot tendencies are way out of whack. This one might be a glitch, or even a somewhat devious plan to pump up people who create themselves in games. But at this point, it feels like good old-fashioned human laziness. If you create a player and put them into a season or a franchise mode game and proceed to sim games with them, their shot totals are obscenely, cartoonishly high. It kind of throws the entire league into disarray. At the end of a season, a created player, or the groups of created players that you have, will sometimes have 300 more shots than the actual in-game players. Obviously, they will collect more goals, and generally destroy your league. It seems as though there's a hidden shot tendency rating for created players, and it's cranked all the way up. Simply giving players the option to control the shot, pass, skate, whatever, or just even the shot tendency of a player will go a long way towards making realistic rosters for when the roster share comes in, reportedly, hopefully, in December of 2021. I'm going to do a deep dive into the NHL 22 franchise mode down the road. Possibly just on my own time, but probably for Operation Sports as well. Honestly, that one might have to wait until the new year because I don't want to touch franchise mode yet, especially with number 4 and number 5 on this list hanging over our heads. Number 3, Be a Pro is still a missed opportunity. Be a Pro is better, but I still think it feels, hollow, empty, soulless. I'm not sure what the word is, but they're stuck between NBA 2K's cinematic feel and MLB The Show's RPG style thing that they're going for. In NHL 22 Be a Pro, you start by being introduced to a super agent, whose voice you won't ever hear again, or at least for a long time. I don't know, maybe he bids you farewell at your retirement. I haven't gotten that far yet. You play through either the Memorial Cup or European Champions League playoffs, and if you're even halfway competent, you're probably going first overall to Buffalo. I think an interesting move would be to tank your Memorial Cup or Champions League game and see what happens. Score 1 goal in 6 Champions League games and see if you can get picked in the 7th round. But this mode needs something. It needs some spice. It needs more real-life interaction. We need ESPN licensing, or at least Canadian Sportsnet or TSN licensing. They'll probably come cheaper. Actually, having said that immediately, Rogers owns Sportsnet and Bell owns TSN, so they definitely will not come cheaper. Anyway, my advice for this mode is to patch a heart and a soul into it, because it is lacking both. Number 2, puck physics aren't great. I imagine this is part of the growing pains with the new Frostbite engine. Your first year with the game, you were going to see some crazy glitches every now and then. But generally speaking, the puck does some really weird things in NHL 22. I like a lively puck, I like the general speed of this game, but they do need to remove a little bit of the flubber from inside the thing this year, because it's bouncing around like a Super Ball out there. And speaking of growing pains from the Frostbite engine, this gets us into the biggest issue with NHL 22. Number 1, it's super glitchy. NHL 22 is full of glitches, especially in EA, SHL, World of Chell, and Hockey Ultimate Team modes, the online stuff. The word syncing ... is causing gamers to have nightmares already. There are numerous reports of online games freezing, dropping, dying, fading to black, and doing all sorts of stuff that you hear about in 1990s Metallica songs. At this moment, you can't tell the tale of NHL 22 without saying, yeah, but. It's a great game, yeah, but. Franchise is good, yeah, but if you play franchise mode, the rosters are terrible. Especially right now, today, as I record this on Monday, October 18th, 2021. They're pretty bad. They could get better, yeah, but they're pretty bad. Be a Pro's good, yeah, but you're going to want to go against everything you believe and just not try for the first 3 hours, and then if you can get through a bunch of cutscenes, well, good for you, pal. Prepare for 20 more years of cutscenes. If you're playing online leagues or World of Chell, you're going to get kicked off a fair bit, and if you're playing Exhibition, you might hit the post and watch the puck fly 200 feet over your head into the opposite corner. Yeah, but you know what? It's still the best hockey game since NHL 14, I think. And if they clean this thing up a little bit, it could be downright glorious. Let's hope they run the Zamboni over NHL 22 a few times before Black Friday, when most people will be buying the game, I'm sure. Alright, that's going to do it for us today at Operation Sports, but if you like this video, be sure to subscribe, give us that Coach's Corner thumbs up, because Don's not using it anymore, and keep it locked here because we have a ton of stuff on the docket for you as we gear up for the end of autumn and the start of the holiday season. We got Brian, Unique Mazik, talking everything in sports and video gaming. We got Prince holding it down, keeping us up on Esports Boxing Club. That's the one we're all waiting for. If you liked me, my name is Matt Ederer. I'm here every few weeks or so with a top 5 video for Operation Sports. I write for the website sometimes. Check me out. I'm also over at BAM Sports Entertainment and SNME Radio, doing podcasts about sports and wrestling. So check those out in any podcatcher that you've got. I'm also a stand-up comedian. I haven't done that since the pandemic started. Might do that again one day. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Stay safe out there. Go Habs go.